Thought it'd be a bit later, but
Okay, cool. And we're live.
oh wow.
Just started up. Yeah.
Just in
All right.
time.
And transition. There we go. Now people can see. All right. So yeah, today I thought we'd talk about the character creator stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and I was setting some stuff up, and we can talk about more of the technical stuff too. So let's
Hmm.
jump into it. Just go into Dungeon Builder. Oh, and a couple other little things. I added like proper cancel button at the top because we're supporting like touch input and clicking, so I can like click on cancel and it goes back to the previous menu. And
Okay,
now it's just
cool.
labeled and using the proper tech. It wasn't in actually the GIF I showed earlier. So, did you call me like a few seconds ago, Jacques? I got a missed call from you. Oh well. Oh wait, did Jacques just leave?
It looks like he's having issues.
Okay, Jacques might be having some issues. Anyway, I'll go over this with you, Phil. So I increased the size of the button icons that get added into text, so they pop out a bit more. They were kind of hard to read before. It's something I haven't really tested that much. It's like I should just like throw it on full screen on my or do some research to see how big text and UI images are when they're doing tutorials. Like Jacques, something I was just saying is I increased the size of like you can see the A button's a lot bigger now.
Yeah, hold on a
So
sec.
all
I'm
oh yeah, you're that. Well, I couldn't make out most of this. Kind of in and out. Anyway,
I don't know if this matters, but the top of your head is being cut off by the camera.
oh yeah, okay. Let me let's just tilt it up a bit then. There we go. I can't move it
There
any
we go,
further
yeah.
back. Okay, there we
Perfect.
go. Thanks, Phil. So anyway, oh, I gotta fix that. Now the cancel button is selected. And every time I press A, it just confirms that. Okay, so yeah, we got all the options. All the current options are in. Jockey there.
yeah, I'm here.
Cool. So yeah, updated the keyboard so we can now it automatically switches from uppercase to lowercase, and then so put in my name, Norn, and then if I put a space, then it just like on a phone keyboard, it just like automatically switches to caps again. We just do that.
Nice.
And there's a little shift button so you can type a letter, and yeah. There you go. It's my name, and then
Cool.
select gender. We just have 2 heads for the gender right now. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna add more because we want to try and keep this streamlined. And there's probably too many skin tones.
That's a lot.
There's some that are just like it's so white.
Subtle, yeah.
We'll have to like redo the lighting if you select a certain skin tone.
Yep.
And then what else? Yeah, the hairstyles. We'll need little icons for these, and we plan on having, I think,
Yep.
a total. Like I wanted to aim for like a total of 8.
Yeah, that sounds about good.
Yeah, and that would include like the bald option, I think, too. So really 7 and then none.
7 and then the Professor X.
Yes, Little Professor X, Li apostrophe L.
Little X.
God, that
Yes.
bald version looks creepy. It was not intended to be without hair, but
Should it just be like some stubble or something on the top?
yeah, I think I'll probably get some stubble.
Little
but,
cul-de-sac, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All the hairs are also unisex, so
Yeah.
and just based
yeah.
on kind of what they were, I didn't want anything longer than. Well, I didn't want anything long.
You didn't want
So
anything that would
I-
touch the shoulders, basically, because
I
then we
don't
have to
even
worry
want
about.
anything with, I don't even want anything with skinning on it. I don't
Yeah,
want anything
yeah,
that like So
Mhm.
I mean, the goal initially was to have basically enough helmets so that eventually you'll just cover the head with a helmet. But
Mhm.
I guess players like seeing their own head, so we'll probably make that a toggleable option.
Yeah, we'll definitely add in an option to just toggle.
Yeah.
And then, because I think I don't know if it'll be in here or if we'll have something. I guess we have to put it in somewhere, maybe in the respec menu or in the armory or something like that.
Yeah, I'll probably give like the
That makes
hair
sense.
color selection just like a vast array of like the rainbow. I personally wanted it to just be naturalized hair tones, but
Mhm.
players seem to like their
Yeah.
tones, and I think what I'll do is I might even do like a two-tone thing where you get different
Mhm.
colored tips if you want. But
Oh
well,
yeah,
Oh.
frosted
Huh?
tips.
Frosted tips, baby. Yeah,
well,
we're going
you
back to
might
the
not
early
frosted.
2000s now.
But if you wanted
Uh,
like highlights though,
I
because like I
think,
mean, black hair isn't like you're like if you have blonde hair, it's not like the same tone from
yeah.
root to tip, right? It's more
Hmm.
like a it's more like
Yeah.
an auburn, and then it gets kind of lighter, right? Lighter
Yeah,
colored.
yeah.
So
And, like, not all your hair follicles are the same color
yeah,
anyway.
these are
Uh,
placeholder. This is a
so,
placeholder hair though, by the way.
uh,
It's very rough.
yeah. But the thing, too, is we should try and get, because I think this version of Unreal supports anisotropic materials. So
Yeah,
we should get that in so we have, like, some better looking hair, because this all looks pretty
yeah,
plastic right now.
yeah.
So, yeah.
That's on the agenda.
Hmm. Cool. And then yeah, eye color. While he's facing the wrong way, I'll select the eye color.
Yeah.
Can you
Uh,
even like see that in game?
No.
I don't think you'll be able to. I think there might be certain scenes because we have like scripted events and stuff like that where you'll be able to see that. But
Okay.
generally, and I think
What's really fun.
I think
Yeah.
in the case if you slow it down and you do
Hmm.
certain combos, the character's face turns towards the camera. But you want to do time stop because it doesn't last very long. I'll try it out. I'll try it out.
The
Okay,
funny
yeah.
thing about the eye color as well is like what 80 it was like 75 to 80% of the Earth's population have brown or dark brown eyes. So it's like
Yeah.
Hmm.
but this color selection thing is really just like people wanting to wear contact
Yeah,
lenses, I guess.
yeah. I was watching. My friend was playing a game and talking to me about
Hmm.
like redheads and how like
Yeah.
in so frequently redheads have green eyes in fiction, but it's
Yeah.
like the because like being redhead is super rare and having green eyes is also super rare. So like almost no
Yeah.
redheads have green eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redhead's like less than it's 2%, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Then we got this
And
and something I wanted to talk to you about, Jacques. So
yeah.
we have like the mesh swapping in, and so the way this
Yeah.
works is basically uh there's mesh is broken down into different parts. So there's the head and the hair and the gloves and the pauldrons and the boots and the like
Yeah.
main torso, and each of those
Yeah.
have a skeleton, and then we
Hmm.
basically put all those skeletons on top of each other and make them play the same animation, and that's how you get a character that looks like this, and you're able to swap out parts.
Yeah.
uh for the different types of armor, what exactly are we going to do with that? Because I know there's a ton of different variations.
Yeah.
So
Uh, swap out part piece by piece, and they're gonna have to fit.
no, they will. But it's
No,
like, okay, so how many variations are we going to have? Is it just small, medium, and heavy, or light, medium, and
yeah,
heavy?
small, medium, and heavy. And then what we'll do is I think we're gonna have the trim is gonna start having different trim types
Okay, and
because
so because there's
yeah,
also because there's small, medium, and heavy. Then there's the elements, but also then we
yeah,
wanted opal, onyx,
yeah,
and neutral, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
and so
those
those.
are all the trims. Yeah,
Mhm. Okay, and so how
the
many of those?
element types. Yeah,
Yeah,
the element type because of I think we're just not gonna have to show that. That's gonna be on the weapons, I think, and the or the player aura or whatever. Just
yeah, we might do a particle effect.
because well, yeah, because I think when you choose the color blue, you're just
Hmm.
blue, right?
Yeah,
And other
yeah, it
players
makes
can
sense.
be other something else. Like so, like we the color has to be one or the other. It's either got to be the element or the player color. And I think we're going to
Mhm.
player color, so you're not going to see the element. It'll be on your
Yeah.
weapon. It'll be on the effects or whatever. But
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
you'll
Well.
hopefully you'll be able to notice it. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that
Hmm.
makes sense. Okay. So but then so basically we're gonna have like how many mesh variations is that for like
Probably
the
three,
probably
and the
three?
rest will be color texture. Yeah,
Okay. And
three for
so
now, and then
yeah, so
ideally
we'll have a different
if we
mesh
had
for light, medium, and
unlimited
heavy, and then
budgets.
we'll have just different materials or different
Yeah,
shader adjustments for like opal, onyx, and okay, okay, makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah, because I was just setting up those tables now, and I was like, yeah, that's a lot of variations. But
yeah,
if basically like without the particle effects, the fire
Yeah,
armor is going to look exactly like the earth armor.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any difference between them until we get
Mhm.
the particle effects on there. I mean, it would be nice if we had like the budget to do something like that, but
Mhm.
the thing is the gameplay is like I don't think it'll affect the gameplay very much, if at
No.
all. So I don't really know if it's that
Mhm.
important.
Yeah.
It's just
And
one of
it's
those. It'd be really nice to have, but well, it'd be
yeah.
nice to have visually, but it's also
Mhm.
not
It's
super important.
yeah. The I guess the how would you describe that? The cost to benefit ratio is not great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, because I was doing like just looking at the helmets. I could close this and show you the data tables I have.
yeah.
So like this is the data table for every variation. This is just one piece of armor. So this is the pauldrons, and these are
Holy
all the different
shit.
variations because it's like no element, lightweight, no
Yeah,
alignment, and then it's like fire, lightweight, no alignment, and this is all
yeah.
there's 54 different variations, and that's just one piece. And but
Oof.
hopefully the way we set this up, it should be relatively easy because we could even theoretically do this with just the same mesh. Because basically,
Yeah.
what the system is going to do is it's going to look through this table, and it's going to be like, okay, so what's the skeletal mesh? And right now they're all the same. And it'll look for whatever piece you have, so it'll match these three characteristics, these three settings here, and it'll find the one that matches, and then it'll apply the skeletal mesh, and then we have these shader parameters here. So we could also do stuff where if we have certain things, like if we, and I know you just said we're not going to do, I guess we'll do it for like the alignment, but if we wanted to as well have some like an emissive texture for the element or something like that, then we could also apply that and just have like element. So and then just set up like, okay, so the element is fire for this one or something, so it's just like that looks like that, and then yeah, and then
Yeah.
it'll just loop through all of these shader parameters and apply them all to uh the mesh, or this mesh, like the pauldrons, and then we can loop through that for each every time you pick up a piece of armor or anything like that. So that's all in. That's not implemented yet, but that's probably the next thing I'll work on because it's all the same mesh right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, no rush to do that, but it's all like we already do a lot of that stuff for the character customization already. So it's
Mhm.
using the exact same tech and just adding a few more bits to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it might be worth actually pulling up our notes from last stream, and I can just say talk about the stuff I fixed because I did fix the stuff from last stream.
Oh, nice. I'll open it up now.
Hmm. Where were the notes?
Uh, I'll send you a link.
Okay, or you can post it in like the friends chat.
All right.
All right, yeah, let's check out Dungeon Builder. Or I might as well make a new character. Oh, and that's the other thing is it randomizes. Okay, so every time you get to new character, it just randomizes all the settings. So I just pick a random one. All right, let's do that.
I think I'd rather have a bunch of defaults, and I think
Yeah.
at some point we're probably just gonna have to play with a bunch of defaults because there's a lot of these combinations I do not like. It's just
Okay. That shouldn't be difficult.
yeah.
All right. So where did you post the?
Oh, I just got it there. That's last week's, and
Oh, yeah. let's just keep it in the same document, so it's all, because that's the thing is might as well keep it because it's like we got tons of space and stuff. So.
All right.
Oh yeah. So camera busted after dying in a boss fight. Yeah. So fix that. Basically, what was happening was the boss was never actually dying. So like the boss fight would end, or you die, it would like hide the boss under the level, and then that it would like teleport you back. So their boss was just always there. But that's fixed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because basically when an NPC dies, I call the Oh, wait, why did I have a... Do I not have... Oh my god, I don't have any melee weapons because I created a new character. That's a bug. This is gonna be difficult.
You could do this.
Oh, I totally do. But I can't... Can I block? I don't even know if I can block without a melee weapon.
You don't need to block, and you don't need melee. You could do this, dude. Have faith. Oh,
Blocking is for chumps.
Do some oh god, I keep wanting to go in for melee. It's just...
Oh, you're gonna have fun against the frog boss with no melee weapon.
oh god, without the cleave attack?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't actually need it to beat him.
Yeah, you just use that shotgun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Could you take a note of that? Because I gotta be able to... Hey, treasure.
Was that the end?
Nope, I just placed it there for testing purposes. Alright, ow! One hit killed. Alright, but the camera isn't broken. That's what I came here to test, remember?
I suppose.
Oh, crap! I didn't spawn anybody. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, and his star's still missing. His shadow. I'll have to look into that.
Shadow's missing.
I'll have to look, because there's some weird behavior in there, because we might want to change how it's set up, because basically what happens is... Shotgun! Ah! Oh, chirp. Oh no! Oh god, I'm just out of range, that's good.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, I guess we can also announce that we have some artists confirmed to be working for us now to do some key art and stuff. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can even post some other stuff in the Discord chat too. Like say, yeah, this artist was working with us. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to that treasure chest and hopefully there's a melee weapon in there.
I am so going to change the layout of this room. It's such a confusing, ugly mess.
Greaves! Nope.
Oh, well. Greaves. You called it. Oh, boy.
Okay, what else? Can't attach gear to platform. Gears can't link. Make lighter version of WinTube. Yeah, all that stuff is done. Yeah. Oh, except for the... Yeah, except for the shadow of the frog. That's still there. So, oh yeah, something else I added. The transparency on the slides. So it's just placeholder, but I think it's kind of a proof of concept of like if we add a proper mask, then like most of it can become invisible. And then we just leave like a small section of it like visible. That kind of works. Just trying to get it to work where you could like blow that up, because really the only way to get it that close to the camera so it turns invisible is like you can't actually place a ball on it at that level.
I think I'm actually, to be honest, I wouldn't waste too much time on this. I think I'm going to redesign that just because it takes
I've put all the time I'm going to put into it because I'm like, okay, this is functional, now it's in your now the ball's in your court.
I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use some kind of like a wire. It'll have the collision, so it'll behave like that, but the rendering of it'll probably be just like a scaffolding type thing.
Okay.
Just because it needs to be see-through. It can't be They can't
Yeah.
be a giant stone thing that blocks the entire floor, right? So
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you can still see the player, and I don't know, like the
yeah,
way
but
I'm
then
designing a lot
you're
of this
missing.
stuff.
Yeah,
The way I'm designing a lot of the stuff is you don't need to see that. And it's like if
yeah,
players want to design stuff, like I definitely think like we should
yeah,
make it not as big, but it's like
yeah,
part of that is just also on how the level's designed, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
No,
and the pyre thing, something
it,
we didn't write
yeah,
down but had been bothering me for a while is if
yeah,
you turned a pyre off while placing it, it didn't actually go
yeah.
off, but now it actually like works properly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That one's off. That one's on. That one's off. That one's on. Then when I run in, they're in the proper state. Then when I cancel out, they're still in the proper state.
Nice.
That was a fun one to track down. And let's see, the wind. Check out the wind. No. Let's just start a new room. So, build in the new wind. Okay. So yeah, this one, kind of run against it. Basically stops you from running forward.
Just like a gentle breeze.
A bit more than a gentle breeze, but yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we'll be able to use this to set up fights and stuff like that, where it's like if you stand upwind, it'll like accelerate your projectiles. They'll do more damage.
Nice.
If I can. That's gonna be fun. What happens if I do this?
You know that one that traps the enemies on the ground, like the what's
Oh
it
yeah,
called?
circle volley.
Yeah, Circle Valley.
It gets all skewed.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, and one just like, where does that? Oh, is that's what I shot normally. I was like, why is it throwing that one towards the wall? But it's just the one I shot normally.
Should that actually slide?
What?
Should that actually slide on the ground and push enemies trapped in the circle?
Well, it shouldn't push them past the circle or the line.
I
Like
was
they
gonna say
should
the
hit
entire
that and
circle.
stop.
The entire circle moves, and then they just kind of.
Oh, well, no, because the whole thing is the projectiles are stuck in the ground.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have to do something about that. I don't know if the light thing works with. Probably have to swap it with like a.
The light thing?
Not like an energy ball sticking out of the ground. Probably has to be
okay.
like a.
Oh, yeah, it should switch back to like some kind of static thing.
There we go.
Yeah, because that's just, I think, yeah, because I guess we changed it originally. It was all, they were all just kind of like the projectiles that the turtles had,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
without the boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could set one of those up. No, I wanted turtles. There we go. Oh, and another thing that's like super minor and doesn't matter to anybody is basically I updated the menu navigation so that now when you're selecting warp points on the map, you can press up, down, left, or right, and it'll select the one that's up, down, left, or right from your current selection. Because the way it worked before, like yeah, so like those have boulders now, but they still have this ethereal like purple thing sticking out of them, but they do block your path, so like I can't walk past them. And I'll just die.
Man, you can really get trapped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta be. It'd be way easier if I had a melee weapon. And I just kind of let myself get trapped. But what was I saying? Yeah. So it's just because like the way the warp points were stored, it's just in a list, and so it was just going through the list, and so pressing left didn't necessarily select the one to your left. It was the next one in the list. But that's now all working better. I'll actually go in and look at that real quick.
Your people in your chat are demanding merch.
Merch? Is that you? Are you Cast of Crabs?
Yes.
Pluto bucks.
Yeah.
Frog.
Pluto
Hey,
bucks.
Pluto.
Frogbox t-shirt. All right, we'll start looking at it. I know some people that would want the cat one for sure. Jump into this as Jacques.
Oh, Jack, it looks just like you.
Yeah, that's me.
I was like, I've seen Jacques with a faux hawk, I think.
Yeah, I used to rock that. For a while. It's fun. It's funny. Our colleague, our old coworker Andriette, used to have one too, and her and I had the same hairstyle for a while.
That's funny.
Nice. What's taking so long?
Well, it's because I'm just running it in Unreal, and so in the edit from the editor. So basically, if it needs to basically build all the assets for this area. So yeah, that's way easier to read, like what button you have to press for melee mode and everything. It used to be pretty small, and it's like, what button is that? I don't know what button is shaped that way, but now you can actually see. So that's good. There's still some weird issues I have to look into. Oh. Hey, I can go into melee now. But yeah, there's some, because the way some of the lines, the line break doesn't work properly. So instead of as, it's A, line break, and then S.
Oh, it just cuts it off.
Yeah, and it's basically, it happens because it's rich text. So it's like, the way you have to write that is like, you know, the like kind of open bracket, text, close bracket, add the text you want, then at the end, like, bracket, slash, text, and bracket. And then you have to add in spaces, so it's really weird. So I guess it just can't figure it out properly. Like, yeah, the T-hen move the analog sticks. Killing me,
funny.
man. It's killing me.
It looks so small.
Yeah, the mini ones.
Yeah.
I guess I could upgrade those to the regular size.
It looks funny. Like they look like little bugs running out of the bushes.
Yeah.
Well,
Ability.
I think we're supposed to have this like different sized head, so it's actually supposed to have a bigger head, like a chibi version. So it's supposed to look like a baby.
I think it does. Or no, it doesn't, because I think they all technically have the same size head. So it's not a chibi version, but it's like, it looks like it doesn't look chibi. It looks like a child with an adult's head, which just looks amazing.
And the giant ones have the regular head too, so it looks hilarious.
The giant one, well, they all have medium, or the size for the medium head. So the giant one has a small head, and the tiny one has a large head. But I can amp it up. We can do that right now if you want.
But your head doesn't grow. Like a small person, like a person's head is the same size no matter how big or small you are. That's why
I'm pretty sure a baby's head is smaller than an adult.
Yeah, you're talking about a baby. I'm talking about a short person.
Oh, but that's
like a 4-foot tall guy and a 7-foot tall guy. They usually have roughly the same head size.
I thought they because it's head heights, right? That's how a person is 7.5 head heights. So a taller person has a larger head.
No.
Yeah, because they're 7.5 head heights.
No, it's the same size head. It's just more heads.
No, a taller person.
What?
No, a taller person. No, yeah, taller people have slightly longer heads.
Bigger brain. You're not smarter when you're taller.
I'm not saying that, but their heads are definitely, like, there's more height to their heads because they still have 7.5 feet or 7.5 head heights tall.
Nope. so 4.5 heads tall, 7.5 heads tall. It's like if you take the same sized head, that's what I mean. It's like it's the same sized head. So why would it be different?
Yeah, the proportions
Like
aren't always the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's on a bell curve, right? So it's generally speaking.
Oh, right. The reason I have to do this is
it's not like mathematically everyone has the exact same head size, but.
All right. So,
Yeah, but if you look at hold on, I got a picture here of.
Jack, I'm on a stream right now. What do you want me to do?
Sorry.
So yeah, now when you're picking waypoints, go left and right, because it used to just be you used to just press up and down and it would just cycle through them, but now you can actually like go to the one you want to.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which wasn't super complicated, but it was something I'd been putting off for a long time. Kind of like the keyboard, it was something I'd been putting off for a long time and wanting to. I just been like, I'll take care of it later, but figured I'd take care of it now. Okay. And what else? Sorry, I got distracted with that head size stuff.
I posted it.
And now Jack's posting stuff. It's like, do you want us to like stop the stream and just start talking about head sizes, Jack?
No.
Okay. So, anyway, actually, screw it. We'll do the head size stuff now.
No, it's fine.
Hold on, no, because this will be easy. I can make the change relatively quickly, and then we can jump into the test gym, or the build gym, or the builder mode, and then we can see what their heads look like at all the different sizes. So, should just be in the animation graph. I'm pretty sure I just scale their head bone based on some property.
It's called a skull, Bjorn.
It's called a skull in the real world.
You know that thing? The head bone?
The head bone? Okay. Let's see. So where would that be? Let's go up to the top. Alright, head scale. There we go. Alright, so how is this set? I wonder if I can just change it here. Can I just change it to be like 2? Yep, there we go. Alright, so let's see where this is set.
Whoa, it's huge.
Yeah, this is great. Find references. Alright, set head scale.
What's wrong with that normal map? There's a seam running down the middle.
I don't know, Jacques. You should talk to whoever did that normal map. Okay, so these are the head sizes.
Yeah.
So I could go... Let's go... So this is... What size is this? Oh, screw it. Let's just do one for each.
Sure.
So if he's mini... Jacques, what numbers do you want?
Let's see.
So if he's small, which is... Yeah. I think he's about 50% size. So what should his head scale be?
Try 150. Just give it a shot.
1.5?
It wasn't made for this, but I'm just telling you, this is probably what would make the most visual sense.
There we go. And then medium would just be 1. And then large would be how big? 1?
1.75, I guess.
Because I think so. We can look at it here real quick. Because this is just going to be like this is the same scale, right? So if I type in like 1.5 that'll be the scale for the small guys.
Yeah.
Or the mini guys, and then the mini guys and the small guys. And then medium-sized guys will have this scale. And large guys will have that scale.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Let's try this out.
I mean, it's not like an exact science, right? Like, but we're eyeballing it.
And it'll be helpful when we can do like
gym where we can compare them all.
Okay, jump to the dungeon builder. Pretty sure Bjorn has a melee weapon. Well, that's a melee weapon he has right there, actually. That's the spear. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. So in the Discord, we have that MEE6 bot.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, so Shock just advanced to level 1.
Yep, I just
So,
did.
yeah, so a friend posted in one of the other chats, like, I think it was... Who was it? Alice Trebek passed away. And then the B bot was like, congratulations, you hit level 2. And I'm like,
Oh,
not the right time, bot. Not the right time.
Uh-huh.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, it's stupid too. Like, it's like the more you chat, the more levels you get, but that doesn't do anything unless you set something up.
Yeah. And the fact that it's on by default is weird.
Yeah,
Alright, so we'll start with mini, and I'll just set it to short, so we can just see them. Alright.
just do like 5 rooms and we can walk between them.
Oh yeah, good point. Now, let's see what these guys look like. Oh, it's the turtles. And their heads aren't very big. Okay, so it was the goats, though, is what we had.
Yeah.
Okay, and then... So... What? Goat, and I want... Mini, small... Actually, I guess if I said, yeah, short. And you guys heard something that sounds like explosions? I think that there might be something in the stream causing some weird sounds.
No.
Regular and goat. Giant. That was... I want the goats. What do you got? Nope. Okay, yeah, those are pretty big heads.
Eh, it looks alright though. That's about right.
Probably have to do something with the skin, but... Yeah.
They're so fast, too.
Yeah.
Proportionally, they don't look too out of place. Like, that kind of
No,
fits.
I mean, like, yeah. No, that's fine. And these guys, slightly larger. Got to worry about a little clipping with their weapons, but that's the animation thing we'll get to eventually.
So this is small?
Yeah, that's small. The previous one was mini. That's small. This one is regular size, or medium.
So this is what's normal, right? Like, this is kind of what they're all supposed to be referenced as? Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is when the body is scaled 1-to-1.
Yeah, that looks about right.
But the head, I think that, yeah, the head was scaled 1 as well. Oh, hey, yeah. That's interesting. Because those are pretty big heads.
Yeah,
Can we
those are a
scale
little
them
too big. Maybe we should have put them down to like 0.5 actually to kind of match. It'll be easier to test with a gym, right? Like not like putting them all side by side in a gym rather than doing run-throughs of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not too bad. Hold on. Let's. So let's set that 0.5. And
They should all pretty much be the same size as the medium one, though. Like whatever scale we have. So.
Well, it should be Because basically, so I think this should be 2 then. Let me just double check the scales. Because enemy, or would it be in the spawner? I think that's where it is. So level design spawners. Apply size modifiers. Oh, to inventory. Hmm. It's not gonna be in there. Where do I apply the size modifier to the character? Oh, set enemy size. There we go. Okay. Alright, get size scale. Okay. So these are the numbers we use.
Sure, let's give it a try.
So that'd be, so large would be 2, or large is scale double size, so head scale should be 0.5. Medium is 0. And then head scale is small is 0.7, so 1.5 should be fine. And then mini should be 2 because they're half size.
Yeah.
Okay. And rather than launching the main menu, I'll just load up the dungeon builder. Save us a couple steps.
Those things are also not supposed to have the red trim like that. I did that really quickly for a test, and I just kind of left it in.
Okay.
It's supposed to mostly be like steel and brushed metal.
Well, because they have, I think,
Yeah.
they have the mask that we could apply whatever color, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did that with the turtle, where there's one that I put a black color on.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to ever be like a bright red, though. I think it was supposed to be more like different types of brushed metals, like copper, but we'll whatever. We'll get to that after.
Yeah, well, because I think I'll have to double check if I set that up, because there is, you can add a note for that, because I think there's something remember I showed like there's the shader parameters we can put in, and then it's just everything will have those.
Yeah,
I think I set those up for generic characters too, though.
Yeah, I haven't touched it yet, so I'm not worried about it. Like I'll worry about it when I start working on it. So.
Okay. So that's how they look now. I guess let's start fight. I think it's worth looking at it like this, because like in a gym where you're not looking at it from the right perspective, then it's probably not as useful, or can be deceptive.
Look like little demons.
Yeah.
Those horns. And they're like so fast.
Yeah.
Beelzebubs. Yeah.
So yeah, these guys look.
I think it looks better like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works.
But yeah, the thing about the red stuff is, because I think I can just put in parameters for like, because I think it's on the. Yeah. I'll take a look at it, because I think it's something we talked about before anyway, where we could, like we'd want slight variation in like the colors and stuff like that. Like it wouldn't just be, they all wouldn't be identical. We'd have the material set up so we'd be able to randomize so we could have slightly different hues and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Or slightly
they could
different
also have
brightnesses.
They could also have the entire like material grade players do like the onyx. If we wanted to, like we could set that up.
I guess. Well, because the thing, so something we talked about a long time ago, and we still haven't implemented actually, is the elemental enemies.
Yeah.
that we were gonna have for like New Game Plus. So, but that wouldn't be in the material necessarily. That would have to be an entirely different, like particle system set up to
Maybe,
handle
but
it,
the
right?
thing is like games like Diablo, they don't like, they just say, "Hey, this is the ice monster," and they just say it's the ice monster. And you accept it. And
Okay,
it's,
yeah.
it's because like you're not gonna. Well, I mean, we could vertex color it a bit bluer, but
Mm-hmm.
considering we don't have that language for the players, like if we're gonna not have the players'
Yeah.
color be the elements, I don't know if the enemies should
Mhm.
either.
Yeah, well, I think because I think it was a very much a reaction to some of the stuff like in what is that Infamous Second Son, where some of the
Yeah,
stuff they're doing with particles there, where it's like basically every polygon on a character is a particle. Like there's even in that in the art channel on our Discord, I posted a link to the new particle system, like a video about the new particle system in Unreal, and they have a guy
yeah,
made out of popcorn.
yeah,
And so it was kind of like a reaction to that. Like Bruno and JF and us we're all talking about it, like, oh yeah, we could do stuff like that, and this is a way we could use that kind of particle system, is making those elemental enemies.
hmm
But like, if we don't, if they're not regularly doing work for us, then like, yeah, we could table that and do something super simple.
yeah.
Ow! Oh, I'm gonna try and disarm somebody here. Ooh. All right, let's try and disarm this guy. Or this guy. Nope. All right.
Oh boy, they hit hard.
Yeah. That's by design. It's basically supposed to be like nice. So it's basically supposed to be like the way you fight these guys. You have to approach these guys differently from. Oh, there we go. Dead. You have to approach these guys very differently, and it's like it because like the small guys, and I want like there's a bunch of different factors to the combat. Like you can see because there's 3 guys walking around here, that lets you know, that kind of signals the number of guys you see walking around signals how long the combat's going to be, how many guys are going to fight total. So if there's more guys, that means you're going to be fighting more of them. If there's one guy, then you're only going to be fighting one, or you're going to be fighting a lot fewer guys. But also the fact that you can see that they're big guys rather than the small ones tells you enough information about the combat. So like maybe you want to avoid this one, or you can try it, but it's like you're not going to be able to use the same tactics you use for the small guys. You're going to want to try and deflect stuff.
They do move quite a bit too. They telegraph more and
Yeah. And since they take extra damage from behind, and you do like special attacks like the slam attack, they'll take way more damage. So you can just wait till you're behind them. Although doing melee though, also you do get that huge pause when you hit them. Like the pause, like this is how it normally looks doing the triple slam. But when you attack really heavy guys, there's a longer pause.
yeah. So I actually found the heads looked okay, but man, the stretching on the armor. Ooh.
Oh, like for the animations?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Too,
Like,
little too extreme.
Yeah, I think it was done on the on like the proxy mesh, the animation originally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, the pauldrons on it like clip through the head and stuff like that. There's some really kind of atrocious stuff there.
We could fix that up eventually.
Oh yeah. Once we do proper animations for them and everything. Anything else in here? Is there anything else on my bug fixing list? I think I covered most of it, but there's like gears linking to stuff and some other bugs that nobody noticed, thankfully, that I fixed. Like at one point you were actually able to put these these platforms, you were actually able to stack them. So you could like put one on top of the other and then have one up and then put another one on top of it or something. And fix that. And then the gear stuff, those should all work now, so you could attach them to things. Can't attach gears to other gears, though. No. And yeah, we covered the the two switches thing now, right? You can
The two door switches.
Yeah. Did we cover that last week?
You were gonna change it, I think.
Okay.
So you have to hit both of them.
Yep. So that's in and working right now.
Okay, sweet.
So hit one, doesn't work. If grab a block, push it there. All right, go up. So you have to, if I stand on either of them doesn't work. I push the block, lands there. Boom, open. And similarly with the like switches and the torches and stuff. So yeah, I'll put up a torch, or oh yeah, this thing, fire breather. So yeah, I guess I want to set these to sticky. Yeah, now, oh yeah, and it's turn that off by default. So yeah, now it goes on when one of them's on, and then if I turn the rest of them on, and then if I turn any of them off, it'll stay on until all of them are off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And that works with switches as well. So, or like these things. If I attach that. So, turn it on, turn it on, turn it off, leave it on, turn it off, turn it all off. Boom. Yeah, that should help out a lot. But make some more options for puzzles.
Cool.
I do really like the idea of this puzzle though, where it's just like, oh, it's not quite designed properly, but there we go. So you think it's okay, then you step on a switch, and you get knocked back.
So yeah, you gotta walk through or dodge over.
Yeah. Yeah, if you walk through, you get hit by fire, but if you dodge over, it's fine.
It's like a booby trap.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for all the stuff I did last week. We talked a bit. I guess we'll post it in the, or actually, because I could do this on stream. Do you want to look at some of the ArtStation stuff for the artists we're using, Jock?
Well, let's wait till they have something to show first, because
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
case anything
'cause,
happens
like,
between now and then. Yeah.
all right. I was like, yeah, we can show some of the stuff they've already done for other companies, but all right,
We haven't.
we'll hold off.
Yeah, we haven't paid for it yet either, so I don't know if we should show the
Okay.
work that they're doing right now. So
Well, no, it's like I wouldn't show them the work they're doing for us. I'd show like some of the stuff they have on their portfolio in ArtStation. So, okay.
I feel more comfortable once they're actually do it for, because then a lot can happen between now and then. That's why.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Getting a big art push in the next little while.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the next little while, it'll be like one of them starting in like January, I think.
Yeah, one of them's already started now. The next one, I think, starting in December, and then January will be the last one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 3 different people working?
Yeah, the 3 different specialties, I guess.
So one doing concept art, which we've seen a preview of already.
Well, all 3 are doing concept art. One is doing a character design,
Mm-hmm.
Another is doing environment design,
Mm-hmm.
and the last one is kind of doing key art, like marketing illustration.
Oh,
So
cool.
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
pretty
have some
excited.
new art for our stream rather than the kind of janky intro thing I have.
Yeah. And the splash
And
pages too. So
and actually, yeah, I gotta look at because I was looking at this last week, but I couldn't figure out. Uh, if I spent any amount of time in it, I'd be able to figure it out. But like last week, I was looking at the stream intro thing. I'll just transition to that, and I was like trying to figure out how do I change the font, and I figured out, and I couldn't figure out how to import the font we got into like I imported it into Windows, but I couldn't
yeah.
import it into like OBS for some reason.
Mm.
Mm.
Anyway, that's about an hour. I'm pretty happy with that. You want to call it?
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care. Good night, guys.